What's up, everyone? We're back with 5 more Xbox mods that have tiny file sizes. My goal with this series is to put you guys onto mods that you might not know about, so you can make the most of your load order and set yourself up for a really fun playthrough. So let's get straight into it. First up, we got the Makeshift SMG personal version by Stovey. This mod is 3.8 megabytes, and it adds a little combat SMG to the game. This is the ported version of the mod, and the author said that they have made 2 changes. They buffed its damage to 24, and they gave it the 10mm pistol sound set instead of the combat rifle sound set. Now, the author did also state that there was some problems in the next-gen update, and it wasn't really appearing where it was supposed to be, so they've placed a static spawn right outside Vault 101 on the bulldozer. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is just a goofier version of the combat rifle. Why would I ever run this? And admittedly, it is a little bit goofy looking. However, it has some really interesting attachments at the weapon workbench that make this mod worthwhile in my opinion. It's got these really interesting muzzle mods here. It's got these bayonets that have elemental damage. You can see this heated one here with the coils. The irradiated one has like radiation all over it. And then there's like this serrated one here. It's got barbed wire on it. Just really interesting muzzle mods here. And it also has all these versions without the bayonet part as well. So you can just have them, you know, with the barbed wire, or the corrosive one has this little dropper thing that's pouring acid on the bullets as they come out, I guess. And they all actually do stuff like set targets on fire, electrify them, radiation damage, all that type of stuff. So overall, I think this is actually a really neat little mod, especially for under 4 megabytes. I wish it was integrated a little bit better. Some people might not like, you know, getting a good weapon right off the bat at Vault 111. But other than that, I think it's really cool. I think the attachments, as well as the sound being changed to the 10mm sounds, makes it feel different enough from the other guns in the game that it's its own thing. So yeah, give this one a try. I don't think you can go wrong for less than 4 megabytes. And honestly, it's a pretty high quality mod. Okay, next up we've got the Alien AR by Henk Spamadres. This mod is 2.97 megabytes, and it adds an alien assault rifle into the game at the UFO crash site where you would normally find the alien blaster. This does not replace the alien blaster. You'll just find this weapon laying up against the wall in the cave, and once you ass blast the alien that's in there, he will have an assault rifle on him as well, so you get 2. Now, this is essentially a brand new weapon. The Alien AR is more on par with the other energy weapons in the game, where you can turn it into like a sniper rifle, a shotgun, a machine gun, anything you want. There's even a beam rifle variant on this one, and the customization is crazy. You can change the colors and materials, you can convert it to use fusion cells so you're not stuck with the limited amount of alien blaster rounds in the game, and this even adds a new craftable type of ammo called Weaponized Nuka-Cola Quantum. And a little fun fact, I don't know if the mod author is involved with Bethesda at this point in time, but I know that the Weaponized Nuka-Cola Quantum that was added into Fallout 76 was inspired by this mod. Don't fact check me on that, by the way, I saw it on Reddit. Okay, next we got The Bludgeoner by Sad Boy Keith. And just a reminder, guys, a lot of these guys are just porting the mods, so be sure to check the actual mod page for credits to the author. But this mod adds a new 2-handed melee weapon inspired from the T-65 concept art in Fallout 76. It's got a couple of static spawns around the world, and it's also sold by Procter Teagan on the Pridwin. It's clocking in at 1.5 megabytes, and let me tell you, this thing is pretty good. It does quite a bit of damage, and there's only 2 different modifications over at the workbench, but they are pretty cool, to be fair. You've got this heated one here, as well as electrified, and they don't show it while you're in the actual workbench, but they do actually alter the appearance of the weapon. So the electrified one will have this kind of electricity coursing through it, and the heated one will be heated up, as you can see. And the electric one also has stun chance, which was really fun. I'm not gonna lie, man, in the short time that I was running around testing this out, I had a really surprisingly good time with it. The stun effect is just hilarious, and also I kind of just forgot how fun melee can be in this game, especially with a 2-handed weapon like this, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot more melee in the future. This is also a really good one to pair with power armor, just a really cool weapon all around. Just make sure you free up some carry weight space because this thing weighs 27 pounds. Next up, we got the Magnum Autoloader Desert Eagle by Sad Boy Keith. This is the largest mod in this video at 9.94 megabytes. This is actually a really good lore-friendly rendition of the Desert Eagle. Custom animations, custom sounds, it's integrated into the leveled lists after level 12. It's got a bunch of modifications at the weapon workbench, and this one does also require munitions. I almost always use munitions anyways, and I think you guys should too if you're not already. I'm not sure if there's a non-munitions version out there as well, because the reason this needs munitions is because there's a lot of attachments that rechamber the caliber and stuff. So if you guys find one that doesn't need munitions, let me know. But yeah, man, this one feels really nice actually. For less than 10 megabytes, this is a really high quality mod. So I'll show off the sounds and animations real quick for you. So yeah, this is a really good mod, and I think honestly this is going to be just in my load order forever now. I might even go download it on my PC as well. It does have this weird glitch in the UI where you're looking at it in the workbench or even in your Pip-Boy or something, and it's just like way off to the side for some reason. I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but not that big a deal. Overall, outstanding mod. Okay, next up we've got the Combat AR Standalone. This one is by Mikolov, ported by Sadboy Keith again, and this mod is 1.09 megabytes, so literally 1 megabyte. Basically, this adds a new remeshed version of the assault rifle. It's got some new attachments. It also works with the assault rifle reload animation. It's added to the leveled lists anywhere you would find assault rifles normally. Now, admittedly, when I downloaded the standalone version of this, I was not able to find it anywhere. I also didn't look that hard. I was only playing for about an hour or so and I didn't find it, so I'm sure if I would have played longer I would have found it. But for the sake of this video, I just downloaded the replacer version so that I could at least review the mod. The replacer version is the same thing. It's the same exact file size. It just replaces all the vanilla assault rifles with this new one. Honestly, I think this thing looks pretty cool. It's pretty nice to have in the game. It's got this really cool box magazine over at the workbench that makes it feel a lot different from the other guns. And it's also got some see-through scopes that actually function, and you don't even need to download see-through scopes with them. Pleasantly surprised with this one. I feel like it's unique enough to have in the game as its own weapon. Like, it's different enough. It's got its own attachments. It's got its own aesthetic. It's way different from the vanilla assault rifle. It does use the same sounds and animations, of course, as the assault rifle, unfortunately, but that is potentially something that could be addressed with even more mods. So the total amount of megabytes for the mods shown today is 19.3 megabytes. So for less than 20 megabytes, you can have 5 pretty high quality weapon mods that are pretty unique in my opinion. They've all kind of got their own thing going on for them, and they all kind of offer something unique and interesting. I think all of these mods are worth trying out in your load order. Speaking of load orders, I will be doing load order videos in the future, guys. Just stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, I'm a one-man show over here, so it takes me some time, but I do plan on doing that. I've got a lot of big plans coming down the pipeline, honestly, guys. Be sure to check me out on TikTok. I've got a Fallout page over there. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. If you're interested in more Xbox mods, check out this video right here.